questions and answer session, journalists got clarifications on some crucial issues.
And to also particularly assure you that we have put adequate preparation in place to ensure the safety of gentlemen of the press and women that will be representing the different media houses at this election coming on Saturday, 15th November 2024.
The chairman of the commission joined the media party while it was on.
So I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here today. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. We do not take the proper state of the realm for granted. We believe that we are a very important pillar of our society, and when we see you like this, it is our delight.
Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
We now go back to countdown on the local government polls. It is just a few hours to the Ogun State local government election across the 20 local government areas of the state. Matthew Shomi was out to gauge expectation of people ahead of the election, as well as the final preparations of the State Independent Electoral Commission. This report.
Few hours from now, the people of Ogun State will be going to the poll to choose the candidates of their choice to run their affairs at the 20 local governments in the state. As many look forward to the day with keen interest, given the upscale of activities across various political parties ahead of the election, others call for the right things to be done by different stakeholders for a hitch-free exercise.
Free and fair, we expect a free and fair election. It is the arm of government that is closest to the people. So we are expecting that people come in mass to exercise their franchise, and the government provide the enabling security.
I need the alafia. So the Nigeria wa ko wa okay. So the ko ba to go Nigeria ko ba to se. Koko wa bale nko ta fe Nigeria ni.
The youths also say they have critical roles to play in whatever the outcome of the election will be.
On the part of the youths constituency, we've been doing all we can to ensure inclusion and to also ensure that we fully participate in this election. Of course, we've long agitated for the not too young to rule law, and it is here already. It's already giving our young people enough chances. We are also here today to look at what we can do, particularly in terms of observers' duty for this election, and to also get our young people to be part of the process, to go all around, to mobilize themselves in mass, to vote for the candidates of their choice.
Meanwhile, electoral materials are already being moved to different local government areas, as revealed during a visit to the office of the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission ahead of the election. The materials are expected to arrive at different local government areas early enough to ensure a smooth exercise. Matthew Shomi, Ogtv News.
Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency TRACE has pledged to ensure safety protocols are observed and the restriction order regulating vehicular movement from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon is adhered to on Ogun State roads, which falls under the 18 major traffic corridors spread across the 3 senatorial districts and 20 local government areas of the state during the forthcoming local government elections, scheduled for Saturday, November 16, 2024. The exercise, according to a statement from the Office of the Trace Commander General Chief Executive Officer, Commander Sheni Oguyemi, is in synergy with other security agencies to ensure orderliness during and after the election period, as well as assist workflow and monitor the progress of election through different departments and tracking suspicious movement and provide adequate information to relevant authority as witnessed in locations and on the roads. It notes that TRACE, in collaboration with other security agencies under the auspices of the state security architecture, would placed a standby rescue equipment for quick response to emergency traffic challenges like crashes, obstructions, and vehicle breakdown that may hinder election materials from getting to their locations on time. However, only those on essential duties and whose calling is of paramount importance to the success of the election wearing the local government election tags as observers and security personnel would be excused from the restriction order. The National Judicial Council has suspended Justice G.C. Aguna of the High Court of Rivers State and Justice A.O. Nwabunike of the Anambra State High Court from performing judicial functions. They were both suspended for the period of 1 year without pay and placed on watch list for 2 years thereafter. According to a statement by this council, the decision was taken at the 107th meeting of the NJC chaired by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Kudirat Kekirieko, on 13th and 14th November 2024. A total of 5 serving judicial officials were sanctioned for various acts of misconduct. The council also recommended 2 heads of court for compulsory retirement over falsification of age. The council also empaneled a committee to investigate all complaints and petitions against Honorable Justice O.A. Ojo, Chief Judge Osun State. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has dismissed the suit instituted by 16 states of the Federation against the Attorney General of the Federation, challenging the constitutionality of the acts establishing the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and 2 other anti-corruption agencies. The other agencies are the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. The Apex Court dismissed it for lacking in merit. Delivering the lead judgment, Justice Uwani Abba Haji held that the states were completely wrong in holding that EFCC, established by an act of the National Assembly, was an illegal and unlawful body. Justice Abba Haji, who led a 7-member panel of justices, wrote that the EFCC Act, which is not a treaty but a convention, does not need the ratification of the Houses of Assembly. The court had earlier dismissed all objections of the federal government to the suit filed by the states. Justice Abba Haji said the plaintiff case was against the Attorney General of the Federation and not any of the agencies mentioned. Hence, the Supreme Court has jurisdiction to determine it. Ogun State Governor Prince Dr. Abeokuta has felicitated Chief Bukola Olawale Olopade on his appointment by President Bola Tinubu as the Director General of the National Sports Commission. Governor Abeokuta described Olopade as a worthy ambassador of Ogun State. In a congratulatory message signed by his Chief Press Secretary Lekun Adeniro, Abeokuta said Olopade, with his wealth of experience spanning decades in sport administration, would definitely perform beyond expectation in the new role. He further noted that Olopade has carved a niche for himself in sport administration through unwavering dedication and tenacity, adding that the appointment represents a round peg in a round hole. The governor equally praised President Tinubu for his consistency in talent hunting and sagacity in deploying capable hands to critical sectors for optimal performance. And still to come on the news, federal government unveils plan to end open defecation by 2030. More news and report after this timeout. Do stay with us. Good to know you're still there watching Ogtv Comprehensive News Package for today. Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabo, has received students who emerged as winners in the 2024 World Mathematics Tournament held online involving 33 countries, which cuts across Africa, America, Asia, Australia and Europe. The students, Irioluwa Olajide and Emmanuel Olusoya, both from King International School, Ota, emerged winners at the junior and senior categories of the tournament facilitated by the Mathematical Association of Nigeria, Ogun State Chapter. Others were Abdulafiz Ogujimi and Aisha Idris, both from Migration Montessori College, Ijebu-Ode, who came first in the primary schools category, and Daniel Oji from Ambassador College, Ota, who also emerged first in the junior secondary schools category at the just concluded Kaduna 2024 MAN Conference. Professor Arubabo, while speaking on the outstanding performance of the students in his office at Abeokuta, commended MAN for its unrelenting efforts towards assisting the learners to attain their full potentials. The commissioner said the way Ogun celebrated excellence inspires students to put in their best, urging heads of schools and teachers to discover more talented learners, nurture and engage them in competitions.
Has gone on to motivate our learners who want to do very well. Yet, has almost become our own competition. It's like they have left it for us. I remember about 3 years ago, we went there. Out of 24 laurels, we started away 18 out of 24, and we left remaining 6 for the 35 6 on the so that we are not accused of being too good. It shows that something is happening in the education sector in the state.
Earlier, the state chairman, Dr. Temitope Ajani, appreciated the ministry for supporting the association, which led the contingent's outstanding success among other states in the country, saying despite the competitiveness from other participants, they were able to distinguish themselves. In a bid to fulfill its mandate as a professional body and training and retraining of secondary school principals in Ogun State and to keep them abreast in skills, innovations and technology, the All Nigerian Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools ANCOP's Ogun State branch has held its annual in-house workshop programs for principals and teachers in this state with the theme Indiscipline and the Abolition of Corporal Punishment in Secondary Schools. The way out. Ogtv news crew was at the Christ Apostolic Grammar School in Peruremo, Ogun State for the in-house training.
All Nigeria Confederation of Principals of Secondary Schools is a body where school administrators can rub minds together, compare notes, cross-fertilize ideas, and learn from achievement, success, and experiences of others. To this end, ANCOP's Ogun State branch organized an in-house workshop for all principals of Ogun State secondary schools, geared towards driving innovations and strategic thinking to keep them abreast of emerging skills and technology in their various professions. Welcoming government officials, stakeholders, teachers, and principals to the training, the president of ANCOP's Ogun State branch, Mr. Edward Adeniyi Adekoya, in his address, speaks on the annual training which was born to take education as a unifying factor.
All principals in the state attend 4 different training workshops annually, geared towards driving innovations and strategic thinking.
Special Advisor on Education to Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Ronke Shoyombo, speaks about ways to manage different behaviors in schools, charging all to be exemplary leaders.
What's the rules on behavior? Please have a time, the second time in classroom. Children, we're going to have second time to focus on what our behavior rules should be for a classroom. You already know where you are going to. As a teacher, you already know where you are working towards.
In their goodwill messages, stakeholders commended the principals for their hard work and also highlighted the efforts of the state governor to the education sector and to the teachers.
His Excellency has done it again, and we need to give it to him. He has done it again by increasing the allowance of the Ogun Teach from 40,000 to 80,000 naira.
Speaking about methods in handling indiscipline, the guest lecturer, Professor Idowu Adeyanju, admonished teachers to make schools moral ground and take measures to abolish corporal punishments and indiscipline.
We now see the reason why you should not apply corporal
To conclude, principals and teachers were advised to acquaint themselves with all they have learnt during the training for positive results in their various schools. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
Government agencies, private sectors and other stakeholders held a one-day engagement on the implementation of National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill aimed at promoting digital economic growth, enhance e-governance and ensure cyber security. The engagement held at Park in Abeokuta is to gather inputs, build consensus and ensure effective implementation of the bill. Again, Olaide Oloye reports.
In today's digital age, Nigeria is taking a bold step towards transforming its economy and e-governance. This as government agencies, private sectors and other stakeholders in Ogun State addressing the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill aims to promote digital economic growth, enhance e-governance and regulate digital activities. The bill defines the digital economy and establishes a National Digital Economic Council to drive its development, which also promotes e-governance, ensuring efficient public service delivery and transparency, addressing the benefits which include economic growth, job creation and improved governance. Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Professor Abeokuta, said it will catalyze development and the progress in the education sector. Special Advisor to Ogun State Governor on ICT, Abeokuta, says the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill will not only attract huge investment into the economy, but help to transform the Nigerian economy. Other stakeholders also described the digital economic sector as a backbone for any economy, stating that the bill will accelerate the progress in the nation's digital economic sector.
It's a welcome idea, taking it around for stakeholders to have their inputs before the final nod will be given to the bill to become an act. Well, it will, at least, we're going the way of e-commerce.
The framework, the policies, it will ventilate us and give us a good structure, and people will be able to know line of directions. Without the policy, without legalizing it, a lot of things will be in a shady approach. It's going to be very good for us to legalize it.
Some other areas that the bill is structured to cover include digital government infrastructure, administration and management, the use of technology such as artificial intelligence and blockchain for public services, data exchange, interoperability and information security in government. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
Away from that, the Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Yusuf, has revealed that the federal government will unveil the Clean Nigerian Campaign Strategic Plan next Tuesday, aiming to accelerate progress towards the nationwide 2030 open defecation-free target. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja ahead of the strategic plan launch and the commemoration of the 2024 World Toilets Day, theme, Toilets, a place for peace, Yusuf noted that only 135 local government areas in the country had attained ODF status. He explained that the federal government, through the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, had implemented several initiatives to bridge gaps in the basic sanitation service and actualize Sustainable Development Goal 6, SDG 6 for water and sanitation in Nigeria. Some of the initiatives include the development of a national action plan to revitalize the sector, partnership for expanded water, sanitation and hygiene program, sustainable urban and rural water supply, sanitation and hygiene program, and the Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign supported by the Presidential Executive Order 009 on ODF Nigeria by 2025, among others. Governor Dapo Abeokuta of Ogun State has challenged the well-to-do indigents of Afotamodi in Remo North local government to inspire more development to the area. Abeokuta especially commended a non-governmental foundation which is worried by the economic situation in the country, most especially in Isha Remo, for its humanitarian efforts. The Mola Dynasty Foundation donated food packs to over 3,000 homes at this year's Afotamodi's Day, an annual festival of the ancient town. Ganil Yusuf completes the report.
It is the yearly Afotamodi Day celebration, a rich cultural festival known to the people of Ishara Remo in Remo North local government. The governor of Ogun State was there as a special guest of honor as he commended people of the area for sustaining their cultural heritage. Besides the usual celebration, a non-governmental foundation, the Mola Dynasty Foundation, decided to support the shared development mantra of the state government by lifting the spirit of residents.
Life is about impact, so I decided to just come back home today to celebrate with my people for this Afotamodi Day and share some goodwill message, give hope in a tough time, and share some gift items just to ensure that nobody is going into Christmas without food.
Engineer Daramola Olaruwaju is the founder of the foundation.
Medical is fundamental to life, so we decided to also go out and have people do just help people check up on their health. We did this exactly also a year ago. We had about 20 cataract operations for people after the test, which we did also for free with Eye Foundation. We sponsored that, and we're doing exactly the same thing today. That for everybody, for every elderly person who comes out and who needs medical support.
Some of the beneficiaries who spoke thanked the donor for the kind gesture.
I fail to collect this food because we are here for Mr. Daramola, and we are ready to appreciate for Daramola.
I feel great if a lot of people can be doing this for poor people, African people in Nigeria, at least be much better.
I'm very happy because it is not easy for students to hit these days. It's not easy. So everything is expensive. So I'm very happy.
So that's very good. So this is very good for me because it's not about good health. Last year, a good one. I like them. I feel like it's a better work.
Apart from the food packs given to over 3,000 households, the foundation also facilitated free medical checkups for residents of the town, ranging from eye test, blood sugar, blood pressure, and consultation. This is not the first time this foundation will be doing this, as it is now a quarterly based help always rendered to the people. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
And in a bid to foster unity, peace, growth and progress, Egba Diamond Sisters Club convened to celebrate procurement of a piece of land for the construction of the club's multi-purpose hall and secretariat located in Abeokuta. Bolaji Samson covered the celebration, and she brings us details.
Egba Diamond Sisters Club is a group of Egba women who reside in Nigeria and abroad. The association was formed by Egba women of like mind in a bid to improve their motherland, Abeokuta, and the entire Egba land. The event was organized to celebrate a landmark achievement for the club, as members were able to purchase a piece of land earmarked for the construction of a multi-purpose hall and secretariat, a distance away from Alake's palace, Ake Abeokuta. The ceremony featured a remarkable moment when the club formally presented itself after parting ways from a former club and paying homage and respect to the Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo.
With a project which they concluded within a very short time, and they would projects, and I believe so, that will benefit very many people. Those who don't belong to their club will benefit, children will benefit, adults will benefit.
What we have seen here today and with what they are doing, I have no doubt in my mind that they will go places.
The not-for-profit club was applauded for rallying Egba women home and abroad together for the development of their homeland.
This is a successful organization. I'm so much happy, very, very happy. If there is anything more than happy, I will qualify it.
They were admonished to live in love, find each other, and above all, to stay connected to their root and actively participate in every facet of its growth and development.
We are so happy. We thank God for where we are coming from. We thank God for where we are today. We thank God for us that we are able to buy our plot of land at the eyebrow of Egba.
Prayers were offered for the peace, progress, unity of Egba land, Ogun State, and Nigeria at large. Bolaji Samson, Ogtv News.
Moving on, the remains of Elder Basi Edet Jonan have been laid to rest at the cemetery of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The special church program, which was held at RCCG Tree of Life at Apapa, Lagos, was an opportunity to call on everyone to live a life worthy of emulation. Bumi Adigun was there, and it completes the report.
Earn your parents' prayer. When they are still, you don't have to be a millionaire to take care of your parents. A loaf of bread, a recharge card. These are not too expensive. Before and even now.
Death is the end of all mortals. It comes at one point or the other for all. For the father of a staff of the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy, Jane Jonah, death came calling at 68.
You are the most high. You are the most high God. You are the most high.
The Redeemed Christian Church of God, Tree of Life, Apapa, Lagos, was filled with friends, family members, and mourners who joined to pay their last respect to Elder Basi Edet Jonah. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory?
You have been able to affect, whom you have been able to touch. If you say you are alive and you've spent, or God spent 68 years, if you say you are alive and you are about 90, 100 years and you never affected any life, then you didn't live. You were just alive, moving about, but you did not actually live.
Was on the lips of everyone as they filed past the man to have a glimpse of his body. On behalf of the family, Mrs. Joke Jonah appreciated all for coming. As she said, Elder Basi Edet Jonah has gone to rest. Prayers were offered to the family by the pastor in charge of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Tree of Life Parish, Apapa, Lagos.
He has gone to be with the Lord. He has fought his battle. He knew God. He knew the Lord. And he's met in the Lord. Please rest in peace.
The cemetery rites were done privately by the family. Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
May his soul continue to rest in peace. Moving on, Abeokuta was born on the 28th of February 1968. He was a Nigerian Army Lieutenant General who served as the Chief of Army Staff of Nigeria from June 2023 to November 2024. He was appointed on the 19th of June 2023 by President Bola Tinubu to succeed Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya. Lagbaja died in Lagos, Nigeria on the 5th of November 2024 at the age of 56. Glimpses this week honors the gallant officers.
Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved payment for the initial 12 MD 530 Foxtrot KU's attack helicopters.
On October 28th, a social media post reported that Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, Nigeria's former chief of staff, died of cancer while undergoing treatment abroad. The military swiftly dismissed this person, Tuko Gusau, clarifying that Lagbaja was in a well-deserved rest as part of his annual leave and will soon resume regular duties. However, public speculations intensified when October 30th presidential spokesperson Bayo Ononuga announced the appointment of Major General Olufemi Oluyede as an acting COAS pending the return of the indisposed substantive. Oluyede was promoted to Lieutenant General shortly after that, while Ononuga's earlier statement suggested that Lagbaja's absence could be prolonged. He announced the army chief's passing on Wednesday morning, noting that Lagbaja died on Tuesday night after a period of illness. President Bola Tinubu expresses condolences to the family and the Nigerian armed forces during the difficult time. According to Ononuga, Lagbaja was 56, born on February 28, 1968 in Osun State, southwest Nigeria. Lagbaja began his military journey in 1987 at the Nigerian Defense Academy and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Nigerian Infantry Corps on September 19, 1992. President Tinubu appointed him Chief of Army Staff on June 19, 2023. A career soldier known for his no-nonsense approach, he led the Nigerian Army with a vision to transform it into a well-trained, equipped, and highly motivated force, crucial to tackling Nigeria's security challenges. Before becoming Army Chief, he had worked in different leadership capacities, including playing pivotal roles in numerous internal security operations, such as Operation Zaki in Benue State, Lafia Dole in Borno, and Operation Forest Sanity across Kaduna and Niger states. Lagbaja assumed command amid a complex landscape of.
The late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, was truly a gallant soldier. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Up next is business news with Adebola Oshomoji. Do stay with us.
Glad to have you on the business segment of the news. Nigeria's headline inflation rate increased to 33.88% in October 2024, up from 32.7% in September 2024, reflecting a 1.18 percentage point month-on-month increase. This was contained in the National Bureau of Statistics Consumer Price Index report released on Friday. The Bureau attributed this rise in inflation to increased transportation costs and higher food prices. On a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 6.55 percentage points higher than the rate recorded in October 2023. Operators of small and medium enterprises say that the goal of expanding their businesses is becoming less feasible due to the hostile economic environment, especially the foreign exchange crisis, which is hitting import-reliant industries particularly hard. Business expansion dreams look less likely for industry players as Nigeria's gross domestic product, which grew by 3.19%